said I was legit ever since I blew they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Carolina Panthers. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Be driven. Check 3.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here we go. Set. 60 or 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the ball. Watch 5.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. Leading the charge under center will be their 6'5" quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 19 carries, 79 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight end, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. And that's complete to McCaffrey. Give him 7 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. 20! And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score. A great play there. his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
5-9.
On first down, Wentz. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other, a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Wentz caught by the tight end, Ertz.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second and 1, Wentz. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on second and 6. Wentz, his throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time for nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go, set. 60 outlaw. His team showed up. Check 31, check 31. Head up.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Right there, 54, right there. Hey, time. Mike 5-4.
Hey, Haywood.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. Waiting.
Check. Walk 54. Drop deep.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a two.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and some.
Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, Panthers.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point try good by Gano, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. Stays on his feet. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going deep for Brown. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Lou. Let's fight 7.
The final shot before half for Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw is Wentz. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Right there, 56. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll run on first down. It's Williams. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. Hey, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 6. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 9.
2nd and 5. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. And out now come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Wentz now on first down. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Here we go. Waiting. Check 56.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
At 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike.
Back to the air on second down. Wentz. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Wentz to throw again. And he connects with Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Trey Boston up to make the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On second down, it's Edwards. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning.
McCaffrey trying to escape, but he cannot. They get him in the end zone, and that's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So now Wentz and the Eagles down 20-16, 56 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow, I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Wentz. He gets it to Brown, complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One final try now for Wentz. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown finding the end zone on the game's final play. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite?